Privacy Spotter is all about helping marketers understand the landscape and how things are changing. Can you tell us a little bit about influencer marketing and shed some light on what is it? Many people also think of celebrities when they think of influencer marketing. And I know it's really evolved. Can you talk a little bit about what it is, what it isn't? Are celebrities involved?
For me, there's three types of ambassadors or influencers that every brand should have, and celebrities is often where people will try to get started. We'd all love to have that big celebrity talking about us. There's even directors you can go to that you can pay people to talk about it. But that's not really influencer marketing, that's more of display ads to me. For me, it really starts much more with the longer tail influencer. How do you find the thousands or tens of thousands of people that are highly passionate about your brand? And if one or two of those happen to be celebrities, all the better.
What types of companies can actually get the most out of influencer marketing? Are there certain industries or types of companies who can benefit the most with the current flavor of influencer marketing?
We do see brands kind of across the consumer spectrum doing some level of influencer marketing. I mean, Forrester says more than 2/3 of brands currently have an influencer budget right now, which is great, but for me, the real benefit comes from those that have a product or a service in an area where people are highly passionate about it. They're self-forming community. You think about runners around the country. It's like whether or not the brand is there, they're getting to know each other and they're talking. The same thing about new parents as well. If that industry kind of matches with what your brand is, like that's where the biggest kind of bang comes to get started.
There's a lot of people who are just starting out, either their careers or their brand is jumping into influencer marketing in a new way. Do you have any tips or advice for how they can get started? What are the best ways for them to jump into it?
For me, the highest growth brands, they always start to segment their strategies. And the next and kind of main one is they think about their influencer marketing as a strategy, not a campaign. It used to be 5 years ago, you could think about, hey, we're going to do a campaign for a month, and that's going to be when we think about influencers. Well, that was great 5 years ago, but the game has changed today. And so now the big brands are doing this throughout the year. So they may have these peak periods that come through, but they're always thinking about how they can engage it. Almost splitting their marketing to how do I talk to my own audience, how do I pay for access to somebody else's, and how do I work with my influencers to get engagement from their audiences.